here we go. All right, so this is the new assignment. So let me click back to last night's assignment real quick, 9.1. Okay, tell me.
It has all the answers already written. No, I'm not. It says section 9-2, page 656.
Sam, all I'm asking you is about last night's homework right now. All right, that's all I want to talk about. All right, then we'll fix it. If there's a problem, I promise you I'm going to fix it. All right? Yes.
Could you do 35?
Yeah, let's take a look at 35. And again, I tried to explain to you guys that this particular topic is important because it's on the SATs a lot and it's on the ACTs a lot. All right. So this section, again, concentrate. All right. I don't think it's hard. We said yesterday it's all about what? It's all about formulas. You have to understand the formulas. Just plug in numbers in. All right. So I'm sorry, which one?
35.
So let's look at 35. Here we go.
I think this is.
This is 9-1.
Oh, I did 9-2.
How did you do 9-2?
I have no idea.
Oh, you must have done your homework later in the day, because I posted 9-2 after class.
Yeah.
So you just didn't. Okay. All right. So now I understand that. All right. Does anybody have any questions with section 9.1? Go.
38.
38. So yes, several people asked me about this. So if the circumference is 35x, x is just a variable. So that's going to stay in your answer. So if the circumference is 35x, so all I want you to do is write 35x is equal to pi times the diameter. So the diameter is just simply going to be 35x divided by pi. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you're going to take the radius, you're just going to cut that in half. So the radius would just be 35x over 2 pi. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Now again, listen, guys, I just think this is an important problem. Variables, believe it or not, you're going to take math and there's not going to be numbers. They're all going to be variables. All right. So you have to be able to deal, or you have to be able to work with that kind of problem. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? The diameter is 35x over pi, and the radius would be 35x over 2 pi. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? All right, let's figure out 9-2. And Sam seems to think I made a mistake on 9.2. Did I make a mistake posting 9.2?
Just the first page has the answers.
What? Oh, I think I know what you mean. So I have the answers written out?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all right. You're just gonna have to live with it. Sorry about it. It's just work I started doing on my own and then didn't realize that. All right, so you're just gonna have to bear with me on that. So let's just go ahead and talk about it though, real quick. How many degrees in a circle? 360. So these are gonna be super easy. All right. So if there's 360 degrees in a complete circle, then in this case, x would have to be what?
170.
170. 170 degrees. All right. Now, number 2. Now, well, okay. I'm understanding it's 150 or whatever we say it's 150, but if it's on there, you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how to do it. All right. That's what we're talking about. I'm sorry the answers are on there this time. Explain it to me, Sam.
Well, 35, so that, the one that says 35 is equal to the other one.
Exactly. So this is also 35, right?
Yeah.
670.
Okay, so now what?
It's 70. 170 plus 140.
And then,
You minus that 360.
yes, exactly. And what was that?
150.
150. Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Now, again, I don't really like the way this is written here. I like to write it like this to show that they're individually, right? Because that seems like possibly the whole thing is 35. So just be careful with that. All right. Now, on number 2, or I'm sorry, number 3, 4, and 5. It's really important that you understand what a major arc is, what a minor arc is, and obviously the semicircle. So major arc, we say, is greater than 180 degrees. Minor arc is what? Less than 180 degrees. And whenever you have a semicircle, the arc will measure what? 180 degrees. Okay? Now, a major arc, I can identify a major arc and a semicircle quickly because it's always going to use 3 letters. Now, why does it use 3 letters? So let's just take a look over here. Let's say I wanted to look at this arc over here. If I just say HG, arc HG, you'll be referring to this arc right here. Is everybody following me? Right? So if you want the major arc, you've got to name it with 3 letters so that people know that you're talking about this distance or this angle. Does everybody agree with that? Everybody understand that? All right. So we say a major arc, you use 3 letters, and a semicircle, you use 3 letters. Why would you use 3 letters on a semicircle? Because if I wanted semicircle HK, you either have this HK over here. Let me erase that again. You could either be talking about this part of the circle, or you could be talking about this part of the circle. That's why you use 3 letters. Does everybody agree with that? All right. So again, very, very simple. Minor arc is less than 180. Major arc is more than 180. Semicircle is equal to 180. All right. So now you're trying to find each measure. So we're trying to find IHJ. All right. So if this is 59 degrees, then this guy right here is also what? 59 degrees. And then somebody tell me what JLK is. And if the answer is there, tell me why it is.
39.
Why is it 31?
It's 90 minus 59.
Yeah, 90 minus 59 is correct. Is everybody okay with this? And then what would HLG be? 121, right? And the reason it's 121 is because, again, this is a diameter. And if that's a diameter all the way across, obviously a half semicircle is 180 degrees. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? So that takes us, HI, what did we say arc HI is? 59 degrees, thank you. And HGK is how much? Yeah, 180 degrees. All right, simple. All right. Now, the graph shows the results of a survey taken in high school students regarding what activities. All right. We want to find the measure of arc AB. So can someone try to tell me how I would find the measure of this arc? Tell me.
So what you're gonna do is, since it's 9%, it's gonna be 0.9. I think, and then times 360.
0.9 or what? 9%. Tell me 9% is what decimal?
0.09.
Yes, I know what you meant. 0.09, right?
And then times 360.
Yeah, it's just 9% of 360 degrees. 9% of 360. And somebody tell me what 9% of 360 is. 32.4 degrees. All right, any questions with that? All right, now let's look at BC. So what would BC be? 12% of 360. And then describe the types of arc that are categorized as sports. So what would that be?
Major.
Yeah, major. All right, here we go. Now, if QS is the diameter, find each measure. Now, for me personally, I just want to come over here. I think it's easier just to go ahead and fill in the missing unknown angles. All right, so what is QVR? Somebody tell me what QVR is. 90. And so what is QVP? Guys, I'm not sure what is so funny today. Seriously. I'm just trying to work up here. I don't understand it. Somebody help me. QVP. 33 degrees. Any issues with that? All right, now let's measure STP. What is STP? Yeah, 147. Anybody having issues seeing that? All right, measure of QRT. All right, now once again, I'm saying I don't even know. I apologize for the answers being on the paper. But if you don't know why it's 255, you need to let me know. Anybody have any issues with why it's 255? I honestly, I think it's so simple, right? That, you know, it's not much problems here. All right, so let's do PQR. What's PQR? Anybody have any issues? 123 degrees. Okay, now this confused me for a while, so I want to make sure I'm perfectly clear. Measure and length. What's the difference between the measure and the length? Tell me, Harris. Yes, angle measure. All right, the angle. You're measuring the angle in what? Degrees. Right, listen to what I'm saying now, because on the test, it's going to say, find the measure and find the length. And every year, somebody mixes them up. And they write the degrees when they were supposed to write the length. And they write the length when they were supposed to write the what? Degrees. You measure an angle with what? Degrees. You measure its length with what? Units. Feet, yards, centimeters. So everybody's got to hear what I just said, because that's really important. You measure an angle with degrees. The length is measured in what? Feet or centimeters or units. All right. So in this case, 10, 11, 12, 13, we're trying to find the length of JK. All right. Now, again, very, very simple process. All right. And here's what I want to tell you. If I measure all the way around the circle, what is that called? That's called the circumference. Thank you very much. All right, that's called the circumference. Now, if I want to only measure from KJ, I want someone to tell me the logic and how simple. What would that be? Harris, tell me. Someone else. Tell me what?
So you find the area of the circle.
No, it's not area. Pretty soon we're going to be doing the area though. It's called the area of the sector. But in this case, I just want to walk from K to J. How far is that? What?
No, that's
What would it be?
take the 2 feet and you use it. I'm not sure.
No. Come on. Someone, you guys can figure this out now. It's what? Someone, tell me, William.
So you get the circumference by using 2 and then you,
So what would be the circumference of the circle? Just tell me.
pi,
4 pi. So if I walked all the way around the circle, I would have walked 4 pi feet. Anybody have any issue with that? Okay, so now tell me, I'm not walking all the way around. Tell me what I'm doing. Shh, I want to hear him. Oh, come on. Tell me.
you walk in the 12th of the way.
Yes, you're walking. I never understood why that is hard.
What?
I'm walking 1/12 of the circle. So the measure JK is equal to pi over 3 feet. Now, who said that? Did you tell me that? Tell me why.
Um,
Tell me why it's 1/12. I don't know what you mean.
112 because there's 12:30.
I know what you're saying, but you come on, tell me. 12/30s, what does that mean?
Well, it's 360 degrees and 30 degrees is 112.
Yes. Is everybody with me on that? So 30 degrees out of 360 is equal to 112. That's how I got 112. So this person is walking 1/12 of the circle. Does anybody have any issues with that now? All right. So there's different formulas in geometry, and I don't like they do it by proportions. All right. I'm just saying the arc is equal to the circumference of the circle, which is pi times the diameter times n over 360. Now, somebody tell me what n represents. Say it again, Harris. Yes, that's exactly right. It's the measure of the arc. Is everybody with me on that? Now, again, this formula is important because, again, I'm telling you, it's on the SATs and the ACTs a bunch. And to me, it's not really a new formula. It's just a part of what? The circumference. That's all it is. It's a part of the circumference. All right, you're not walking the whole circle, you're walking a part of the circle. All right, so hopefully that's a good explanation for everybody. All right, now I would like also somebody to tell me what is pi over 3 approximately? How many feet is that? Yeah. All right, I'm always surprised if I said pi over 3, kids are like, I have no idea what that is. Pi is about what? 3.14. So whenever you're estimating a distance, instead of using 3.14, just use pi as what number? 3. All right, since you're doing an approximation, pi is just roughly 3. Is everybody with me on that? All right, but of course, we're not going to estimate. We're going to leave our answer in terms of what? Pi, which is the exact answer, not the approximate answer. All right, so here we go. Let's see if I made any sense. Number 11. All right, so I'm trying to find JK. So somebody tell me what the circumference would be. So I want everybody to write JK is equal to, what's the circumference again? So everybody writes 15 pi down. And then it's multiply that by what? 105 over 360. Exactly correct. All right. Now, calculator wise, all right, I don't feel like reducing that out. Everybody just go on your calculator. 15 times 105 divided by 360, math, enter. And somebody tell me what that answer is. Bless you. Say it again. 35 pi over what? 80? 8. 35 pi over 8, is that right? Anybody else? So again, 15 times 105 divided by 360, math, enter. Any issues? Nobody? All right, let's check out the next one. Yeah, I remember this now. All right, listen, guys. Yeah, I remember this last year. We're not doing 12 and 13. I have no idea why they're trying to introduce this in geometry, but this is generally would be something written in pre-calculus. You're going to learn about radians and how radians is just a better way to measure angles. All right, so do me a favor. I don't like this, so we're not doing 12 and 13. You'll learn that in pre-calculus. All right, there's a formula for angle measure written in radians. All right, the book went a little too far. They're trying to be a little too advanced. All right, so I'm done with that. All right, 12 and 13, no good. Cross those out. All right, now let's knock out 14, 15, 16, and 17 real quick. Are those answers still there? Okay, good. All right, so here we go. Let's everybody quickly take your calculator out as quickly as you can. Tell me the value of x. Now, listen, don't let everyone else tell you what the answer is. All right, get out your calculator if you can't do mental math fast, and do it on your calculator and make sure you're getting 80. Anybody have any issues? All right, let's do 15. Go. 225 degrees. Everybody happy with that? All right, 16. How much? Now, let me ask you this quick question. Is this 180 degrees right here? Is that a diameter? It looks like it. Is it? No. All right, so some kids on the test make some bad assumptions. All right. I know that's not a radius, or I know that's not a diameter because 90 and 85 isn't 180. Everybody agree with that now? All right, hopefully you understand me. All right, kids make mistakes when I take this test, little details. All right, so that's why I'm trying to say, make sure you're working these out. What is x here? How much? 35. Anybody? Anybody have any issues with 35 degrees? All right, 17, help me out. X equals 40 degrees. Everybody good with that? Yeah, I agree, easy. All right, let's come over here. Now, we want to identify major, minor, semicircle, and then we want to find. All right, so in my opinion, it's always easier to come right over here and fill in the missing angle measures. All right, now, I don't know if DA is a diameter, so I have to read in the directions. Does it say DA is a diameter? AD and CG are diameters. So because of that, you now can tell me what's ABC. What's that angle? 125 degrees. That is correct. And now I need to know what DBF is. How much? 90 degrees. Everybody good on that? Now, I'm missing, well, it's vertical, correct? So that's 55. Now, I like to write those in first because now I can just go answer the questions. All right, so let's look at CD. What is CD? Minor arc. It's asking us to find the measure. It's already given, right? So minor and 55 degrees. AC is what? Minor and 125 degrees. Good. CFG. Is that right? Semicircle? And it's obviously then 180 degrees. CGD. Now, does everybody realize you got to think about it, right? Because at first I went this direction, but that's the wrong direction now, right? So CGD is everything but what? 55. So that makes it major, and it would measure 305 degrees. GCF. GCF is major and it's everything but what? So that would make it 325 degrees. Thank you. ACD is what? Is that semi? All right, and it's how many degrees? 180 degrees. All right, tell me about AG. Minor, and it is 55 degrees. ACF. Major, and it's how many degrees? Everybody okay with 270 degrees? All right. I think this is, guys, believe it or not, 26 is really important. So I want to make sure you do those. I don't have a problem with that. I also think 27 is an ERB question. Those are always on the test. So I want you to take a look at, make sure you can do 26, 27. I'm trying to see if there's anything dealing with radians. No, there isn't. All right, so now I'm going to go over, because Drew made a mistake yesterday and accidentally did this section. Tell me which one you want me to explain to you now. You figured it out, right? Because it's easy now. Very easy. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Yes. How do I do? Oh, are you asking me how did we do 17? There's 360 degrees, right? We did 360 minus these two angles and then divided by 2. Is that correct? You good? Anybody else? Now remember, I'm just trying to tell you, every single day I say things are so simple to me, right? Very, very simple. Or I don't want you to try to memorize something. I want you to understand there's 360 degrees. Very simple process here. All right. Again, I'm giving you the solutions so you can go back and check. We're not, killing you here in math anyway. All right. Simple day, simple process. We even have extra time generally because chapel's not as long as it normally is. So we start earlier. That means you have an extra 10 minutes sometimes, 15 minutes in class. A lot of times that's enough time to get the work done and check your answers. Checking is the most important part. All right. Getting ready for high school, guys. All right. Don't be lazy. Get the work done. All right. Does anybody have any questions? My homeschool peeps, you guys are kind of quiet today. Everything good, right?
Yes.
All right. All right. Sorry about the messed up first page. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully my quarantine kids will be back soon. I hope you guys are staying safe and feeling good. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay?
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care, guys.
Okay.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Bye.